Ag Day Weather, brought to you by BASF. Farmers have the biggest job on earth. The population is increasing, yet farmland isn't. So farmers have taken on the challenge of producing high-quality crops. With help from BASF, it's in the farmers' hands.
Welcome back to Ag Day. Mike, last week the upper elevations out west got some snow. Any more of that this week?
Yeah, there's a couple of storms coming in off the Pacific, more than likely bringing some more of the white stuff to the higher elevations of the northern and central Rockies. We'll be watching that for you as we start the week. We're going to start off with kind of a weak trough in the east. That's brought some cooler than normal weather once again to the Great Lakes in the northeast. But as we put the maps into motion, you'll notice we head toward a zonal flow for the middle of the week, kind of the transition phase there. And then you'll notice as we head through time into Thursday and on into Friday, a pretty good trough develops across the west. And that's going to be a pretty big storm, it looks like, over the center of the country by late in the week and into early parts of the weekend. And it could have a decent amount of wind with it. And from what I'm told, some of the corn in the Midwest is kind of brittle to the point where a little bit of wind could actually knock it over. So it might be something you want to get that corn out of the field in parts of the Midwest. Could be a good rainmaker as well, which is good news for the longer term, but doesn't exactly help you get the corn or beans out of the field. Here are the temperatures we're expecting this week, above normal for most of the plain states, from the Dakotas all the way down into northeast Texas and in most of the southeast. So a pretty warm situation for the eastern two-thirds of the country. Below normal temperatures are expected then basically from the continental divide to the west, and that's why we're going to see a couple of storm systems coming in, producing some snow in the higher elevations out west. Here's the precipitation amounts this week, again with a couple of systems coming into the Pacific Northwest. We'll go above normal there all the way to about the continental divide. Near normal kind of in between this area, but this is where we expect the storm system to develop right over the middle of the country. Exactly what track it's going to take, we don't really know yet, but we can pretty much go above normal for most areas in the Mississippi Valley, Missouri Valley, and then probably on eastward, although this area is probably going to be very late in the week before it starts to affect you, and perhaps even on into Saturday. Below normal precipitation for south and west Texas and much of the southwest, as you can see there. 30-day outlook for temperatures, we're going above normal in the far northeast, mainly Maine, and then also west Texas throughout the Four Corner region. Below normal temperatures then from Montana through the northern and central plain states, throughout the southwestern portions of the Great Lakes, and then into the Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley, and the southeast. So it does look like we will start to see some colder air coming into the northern plains after this next system goes on by, and that will start to settle in to those areas. Here's the precipitation then over the next 30 days, and I have multiple areas here. I'll have to admit, over a 30-day period, this is not a high confidence map, let's put it that way, but below normal for most of the next 30 days from northern Missouri into the western Great Lakes and Minnesota. Above normal for the far northeast, also above normal Louisiana, eastern Texas, and above normal from Wyoming and western and central Montana back across Idaho, Washington, and Oregon, and then below normal for the southern portions of the southwest, as you can see there. Near normal elsewhere, and at this point that's the best we can do. Obviously there's going to be some storm systems coming across the country. Just it kind of looks to me like the storm track's going to be something like this, which is why we're going with these above normal areas situated like that. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. First of all, for Miles City, Montana, partly sunny and breezy today. High temperature up around 73. Monroe, Louisiana, partly sunny. There is a chance of a thunderstorm, high around 89. And finally, Dayton, Ohio, a mixture of clouds and sunshine, rather warm. The afternoon high around 74.